I am the Gadget Whisperer, and today we are replacing the wrist strap with a hand strap. Let's check it out. So here in my hand is the camera wrist strap that I picked up off eBay for $1.60. That's a fairly good price for this. I've seen it go from anywhere from $15 all the way down to the $1.60. You can get ones with the branding on it. Let's open it up, see what we get for our $1.60, and that was including postage. I ordered this a couple of weeks ago. It arrived in about 14 days, which is actually pretty decent from things coming from China to Australia. Couple of things of note: it's actually metal in here, which is quite surprising. Both of the female thread and the male thread are both metal. The knob is very large and easy to grip. It's got a nice rubberized surface here that should grip onto the camera quite well. Seems like it's got another loophole that you could attach something else to on this side if you've got a safety strap or something along those lines. So let's grab my camera here and we'll try and fit it up. So this is my Nex 6. It's a Sony 16 megapixel camera that I use for stills, mostly because it's got the inbuilt flash here. As well as I have a lot of additional batteries for it. It's not good for video because it only does 1080p, but you know, that we won't hold it against it for that. It's not what this is for. It's mostly for travel. So we'll fit this up down here, get it in the thread. So as we see here, it is going to collide with the battery and SD door. Fortunately, loosening and tightening this is actually really easy with this large screw thread, so that's actually sort of decent. But if you've got a camera with either a battery extension on the bottom or something like that, I don't think you'll run into this issue. I think my G85 would also have this issue. So I'm attaching it to this loop point up here. I have just got to go through and do a bit of adjusting on these cables. It would seem to sort of get it in the right position. So let's just actually pull this and see what we can do to fit it up nicely. After a very large pause and much faffing about, I've finally got it to a point where it's adjusted. It looks good. So for this, I've grabbed the rest of the cord here, tucked it down, and you could clip it off if you wanted to. Me, I'm just going to just loop it back in again, as this is not going to stay on this camera all the time. I'm going to need to be able to adjust it. It does touch the screen here where this base plate goes on, so it doesn't rotate. So that's actually a pretty good design from these guys. I know this is just going to be a clone of something else, but that's definitely good attention to detail. I could move my camera lens cover from here down to here. I just like to be able to have that attached to the camera when I'm shooting, just so I don't lose it like I have many times before. But no, it's actually a good strap for $1.60. Like this camera is, you know, half a kilo maybe. And it definitely hangs on there with no problems. I would have no fear holding this over the edge somewhere and and shooting or anything like that. So definitely a good buy, and thanks for checking this video out.